I don't think
I can look up.
I don't think Kickapoo's
deathbycaffeine.com.
all that's cracked up to be.
It's not. It's just because of those assholes.
Yeah.
That's on recording.
So, are we recording?
Yeah.
You remember that?
All right.
Daniel, you remember when we
You
did that
don't remember
ridiculous Skype call?
Oh, yeah.
And we had to like layer in the separate audio.
Are we recording?
Are we recording now?
Are we
And
recording?
just the way you said it, for some reason, we kept quoting it over and over. It was great. Well, I guess since we have company here, a special guest, two special guests, really, one special guest,
Two special guests.
one
Celebrity guest.
that celebrity guest. I
Celebrity
almost said
guest.
valued, but that's kind of dismissive. Like
He's the Costco brand guest.
I
Great
owe
value.
you,
Or no,
Kirkland's signature man.
Kirkland's signature guest. That could be the title already.
Yeah, I mean, we might have nailed it.
Today on a very special episode.
So, I don't know if I should introduce the man or he himself should introduce this man.
The man.
This man.
I'm Arthur.
Yeah.
Okay, Chris and I have been having a sort of a, well, I've been confused. I've always heard you as Art.
Art, yeah.
Which, I mean, you gotta prefer one.
I really don't.
That makes
Yeah.
me angry. There's
My,
not, that's
my
not
brothers and
possible.
sisters call me Duro.
Do you prefer that? So we have a third choice now?
Like, if everyone could do it, yeah. But art's fun.
Man,
I like art. I feel
We
like
always say art.
It's colloquial.
Yeah, I like art.
art has more like culture to it for some reason. I don't mean that because art is like, never mind. I just walked myself into a stupid corner.
Well, it's
It's just, yes, art is important in culture.
I don't mean, it's just, it sounds like a cultured individual, not because of art. But
well, Arthur is like, if I
it's a
ever
little more stuffy, I feel.
venture north of Texas, like, people will be like,
Yeah.
Arthur.
Are you Jewish?
Oh, you know,
You're the only one that goes by your first name, like actual first name fully. Art, J, Chris.
Yeah.
And then you're...
And I hate
Daniel.
my name.
Ooh.
why do you hate your name? What would you want to be? You want to be Danny
Well,
Boy,
no.
Danny Brown?
Okay, not so much.
Danny
Not so
Brown.
much hate my name, but I wish I had something else I could be called. Even if I'd liked it, even if I didn't like it,
D-boy.
because I don't have a middle name, and it sucks.
Yeah, but
didn't
don't
I say yesterday Amadeus or something would be good?
don't you write X when you do like forms
Really?
Yeah.
for middle? You should go by X.
Oh, that's
man,
kinda
I'm sticking with
dangerous.
that.
You're like a fucking spy.
Yeah, just
No, that's an affront to DMX.
Oh.
except my acronyms, my initials would be
No.
DXM.
Oh.
He's gonna be like, hey, you boy! Ready to jock my stuff?
Oh.
It's pretty good.
Well, anyway, I'm gonna call you Art because I like Art better. Fuck Arthur.
Oh, man.
Like, it's just better.
I don't hear that as, like, the name. Like, fuck the name Arthur. I just, fuck Arthur.
Yeah.
I want
the
I'm
person,
I'm
the
that
man
That
behind
guy's
the name.
cool.
Like, you might have dual personalities or something, you know, if you have, like, maybe, like, borderline personality disorder, you know, you break into your Arthur phase, or, like, you know, the more casual, laid-back guy is Art, you know, he's
yeah.
cool, likes to sit back, like, turn the chair around and sit in it like that, you know.
Yeah,
Talk to the
that,
kids.
that's
well, I used to be a teacher in an inner city school, so I know a little
So
bit.
you're a real teacher.
So I used to be. I quit.
What did you teach?
I taught Texas history.
Oh, fuck.
But, like, it was a dangerous minds situation.
Chris,
I'm just saying, watch how
these
hard you
bumps
put it down.
were
they-
made for you.
They sound so bad.
These bumps were made for you.
It sounds like an apocalypse.
Those bumps sound awful.
Well, you know, no one's
These
ever really given
bumps
us
smell awful.
no one's given us a lot of props about our sound quality, so
Well, for
'Cause
my
the
own
bumps-
sake.
oh, so it's a personal issue.
Yeah.
You're choosy. You're a stuffy motherfucker. It's got to be out on your terms. So spotlight's on you.
Okay. Well, bump it as hard as you
Spotlight,
want.
great
now.
movie.
Yeah.
Well, now we're just meandering terribly.
Speaking of Catholic priests.
Oh man.
Oh no.
So on this day,
May 10th,
Thursday,
11th.
May the 11th, 2017, the year of our Lord, why are we gathered at this table?
I understand we're gonna discuss our 5 favorite TV, films, and video games.
But to what end? Why? Why do
Open
4
discussion.
men come to this checkerboard table to discuss? What will this prove?
The camaraderie is worth it. Just between us.
Indeed, he's found it. He's hit the nail on the head, and he's ready to go.
get to know people.
What are we starting with?
How are we going to do it?
I think we
I
should.
see. We just go around like this.
Categories.
No. Number five, like that.
Oh, fuck.
Like five, all
that
around.
would,
Then we go
that would
4.
keep it interesting.
Then we go 3,
sure.
2, 1.
And
Are
we should be cognizant to, if we're gonna take time to really talk about our number ones. I
Sure,
like
I want to talk about each choice.
and we
You know?
can,
But like a
well,
sentence
true,
or
but it
two.
could-
Yeah,
it
keep
could
it brief
technically-
except for one.
Except for number 1.
right.
One is the most personal.
Or
for
if
us.
anything, we should get the strongest personality, Chris, to moderate.
Fuck you.
Oh,
to,
no.
To keep the tempo going.
Yeah.
No.
I
I'm not the
trust
strongest
Chris.
personality.
And we'll go from strongest
Yeah, fuck
personality to weakest personality. We'll go round table right to you, Jay.
Shit. Pointing finger, cock, pieces. All right. I'll
What are we
go
starting
for that.
with?
Who do we like spin a top to figure out who goes first?
Spin a top. That wouldn't solve anything.
Yeah.
Do we have like a wooden finger we can?
Pin?
A wooden
A
finger.
pin.
Yeah, but what category are we starting with?
What's the least serious
TV
Games. Oh.
I say games.
Well, here's the
I
thing.
say games.
Starting off with games, but here's the thing about games
Yeah, let's just start with games.
is that games is a subject less tread.
Yeah.
We could
What about the gaming world
like
in that spectrum?
The thing is though,
Universe.
gamers are a little bit more self-contained because anybody can enjoy a
They
movie.
need to stay that way too.
Because the thing is, anybody can
I
enjoy
hate it when
a
game
movie,
culture
but like,
permeates society.
but you know what I mean? Like
You know, I'm kind of a gamer.
a good movie.
Really, I'm a sleeper, eater,
Like,
moviegoer, watcher.
Shitter.
Yeah, a good movie is good for young adults, old adults. You know what I mean? But
Right.
a video game, you kind of hit a certain, mark.
It's supposedly it's a niche, but it's not really.
It's not an it is only in the terms of what Daniel's kind of saying is about age,
Yeah.
because there was a time when like video games were kind of seen as nerdy, and that just fell off. Sure, there's the type of games. Are you playing Undertale,
Yeah.
or are you playing
Call of Duty.
a AAA
Yes.
title? But,
Exactly.
But at the same
But
time,
even at that, it's still limited. You know what I mean?
yeah, it's like I have a cousin who's like a really big jock and everything, you know. But
How do you not kill him?
he loves BioShock, and he'll talk about like the artistic merits of BioShock.
There's quite a bit.
Like,
I played through it recently again for the first time in
yeah,
years.
I would love to play it.
It's fabulous.
I did not like that.
Really?
Get this man out. He's not. He can't discuss.
I just, no interest.
How far did you get?
To be fair, I only
Oh.
played 10 minutes of
Wow.
Infinite.
Infinite.
Oh, you haven't even. Oh, I may have to leave my copy.
I was just like,
I have the collection over there.
man, these fucking steampunk guys, like,
Well, admittedly, I tried playing a little bit of it, and I was just like, "Fuck, I just want to play old school BioShock."
It's
Yeah,
way
like-
better.
And go back to my childhood almost.
like you know what it
Wow,
would have been
yeah.
for me. You know what something like that
I'm 24.
something like that would have been for a game that would have been like that for me would have been Bloodborne. Except Chris told me to keep
Oh.
playing it. I hate the Victorian style.
Oh,
I don't like it.
come on.
I don't like it, and that was almost enough to get me to not play it. But then it started getting into that kind of
Okay,
fucked up Lovecraftian
now
stuff,
hold
and I was
on.
just like, that's cool.
I didn't want to get off course, but since you brought up Bloodborne, I'm going to have to say a few words. He always prefaced
Chris.
discussion. Yes, Chris, thank you. We need to keep because the listeners are not in the room.
Oh, it's a Sunday service. We ever
Hey! Some people awkwardly sing in the corner. But he always Chris would tell me that, when I first saw this, I thought, it's just going to be, werewolves,
Yep.
Victorian
And
top,
top hats.
hats.
That's exactly what I
But
thought.
didn't y'all have more faith in the studio by that time?
I didn't know anything about the studio when I went into this.
I liked-
had
I
never
liked
played-
No,
Dark Souls.
actually, because Dark Souls 2 sucked.
Yeah, Dark Souls 2 was before Bloodborne.
Well, I was gonna
That's
say
my short answer.
I played Dark Souls 3, and like Daniel, I didn't die for 10 minutes after 5 years of hearing about all this shit. And I was like, I'm done with this game.
Oh man.
Like
Well,
I
because the
didn't
thing
die
is-
for like 10 straight minutes, and I was like,
because the thing is,
whatever.
they stopped selling it like they sold. They stopped selling it like they sold Dark Souls 2 because Dark
That
Souls
was the marketing.
Dark Souls 2 was
Hardest
just
game
like you will.
ever.
What was the tag? You will die.
No, remember Dark
Prepare
Souls
to
1
die.
Special Edition or whatever?
Prepare to Die
Prepare to
edition.
Die edition.
So dumb.
Fuck that.
Like-
that's like the jocks got to the game.
Demon
Yeah.
Souls looked really cool. I remember when
It
it
is
first
cool.
came out
But it's so stiff.
because
now.
Rigid, yeah.
Atlas published it,
Yeah.
and I played a lot of like weird JRPGs in PlayStation 2, and Atlas published those games, so I was like really interested in it. But when I saw the back, I saw it was like a third person. I was like, nah.
But my initial point, you know, the environment and the setting is what drew me in. Actually,
That is-
no,
that's
so
wait,
funny.
wait.
To Bioshock
Wait.
or Bloodborne?
Bloodborne, not because it was Victorian and there were top hats and werewolf type creatures, but the bleakness, the coldness, the
Yeah.
darkness of it immediately appealed to me. And I don't know
We've
what
even
that-
had like lengthy discussions over how the weather is in Yarnum.
It's fabulous.
we're really-
like I adore it.
It's so
Like,
funny.
I would
I've
say
always-
it's Seattle-esque.
Oh. Does it rain at any point in that game?
I don't know.
I don't.
It looks
not that I
wet,
remember.
perpetually
That would
does
be
wet,
Englandish.
Yeah, there's some puddles like
Yeah,
throughout
it's
the
really
whole game.
England.
Fucking
Yeah.
blood and scum all
Yeah.
over the fucking place. But
Seattle.
It's real wet.
I just like, you know, when people hear gothic, it's like, oh, you mean like Hot Topic? You know,
Just,
like,
oh, Tim Burton,
like,
bro?
no,
Hell yeah.
no, like the architecture and all that. It's, I don't know. It was like a love letter to that stuff.
Well, yeah, it's like in literature, the term American Gothic. I used it last week on our podcast when we talked about this horror movie I had everyone watch called Night of the Hunter. It's a Southern Gothic.
Yeah.
And
Great genre.
and Gothic is
Have you seen that? Night of the
No,
I think you
it's
like
like
it.
it's like
You might like it.
It's like
noting it in
That,
this.
that might be a movie to watch with your dad.
Ooh.
It's not Avengers.
No, but it's just an old movie that like I could see him laughing at in some ways. You said Patton. You said Patton was like a
vaguely
good.
racist then.
No.
wow.
My dad's a bit of a son of a bitch. Keep in mind I'm from Alabama, but yeah. What about Patton?
You said you and your dad loved that movie, right? Or you said that was just a good dad movie.
it's a fine film, but the
It's
genre,
like a man crush film.
the genre
But you said
happens
you watched
to
Star
be,
Trek with your dad, right?
Yeah,
I don't know. He
he's
just
a weird person. Like he's stranger than me.
seems
in a
like
lot
he
of
could
ways.
watch like an old movie or show and just enjoy it.
He had probably a lot of shitty things to say about it because it was something he was connected to as a younger man.
Yeah.
Like he's very closed off to that kind of stuff, but not a hunter.
I just
I'm noting this.
pulled that out of my ass. So I
Yeah.
don't know.
I'll watch it first, and if I think it's something that he would like, I'll know immediately.
But it's like, you know, with like goth, and even the things is like, say like goth music and everything, and like I remember being a teenager in high school, I was really into punk music, and my school was super small, it was about 100 people in rural Texas. That was my class, and like I was always into punk. Like I was a little bit of cholo, but I was also a punk.
Were you the only
But-
person into punk at your school?
Yeah, and it was
We have a
definitely,
lot in common.
and it was definitely,
Little cholo, little punk.
Yeah,
and it
Cholo,
was.
you little punk. That's it.
And it was definitely like I'd be at a party my senior year where like I didn't wear band shirts every day,
Oh man.
and people would be like, "Hey Art," because I was trying to get laid, and they'd be like, "Remember when you were goth?" And I was like,
Oh,
No.
"I was never goth."
Yeah.
Like
perhaps we're not so similar.
I never liked the Cure, or
Oh, the Cure's alright.
well I
But I
did.
digress. No,
They're
keep
okay,
away
but-
from that.
That wasn't my jam, but yeah, like gothic art, I like gothic.
But the music and that
Literature,
kind of
movies,
music is so radically different than traditional European goth.
Yeah,
Or no, gothic. I shouldn't call it goth. That's extremely disrespectful.
like
ignorant.
European goth.
Yo, I'm like a Euro goth, man. Let's go to the club with our fucking checkered.
God, imagine that. Like a new wave of goth music that uses like violins and like
like Baroque music
yeah.
and shit. Like, oh my god.
that's-
I'm sure that exists,
Yeah.
right?
but like yeah,
There's a little
like
something.
like Bauhaus and you know
Yeah.
Oh, it's
even
good.
like
Yeah.
goth people like Joy Division and
Yeah.
was it Susie and the Banshees and stuff.
Ugh,
But like
for the latter.
but
How about we get started?
Yeah. let's get started.
Oh, but
Okay.
I'm enjoying this meal.
I nominate
Okay.
We start with TV shows.
Oh!
Okay.
I do too.
Sure.
Okay.
I don't want to vote any man out,
All right.
including myself. So,
Who starts?
spin the pen. Or even rhymes.
All right. Spin the pin.
Oh, it's got a fucking rubber grip on it.
Spin the.
This is gonna be loud. Spin the
You
pin.
You
gotta
want to
go
hear
for
it. It's got to be.
You,
Yeah,
people need to
it-
know.
it's gotta
I'm
be
gonna
nice
add like a
texture.
whirring sound effect. Like a.
That's you.
That's between both of us.
That's the Mickey's.
All right, respin. That's
Oh,
me.
okay. You got like a little ricochet shot.
Let's do
It was meant to be.
Chris, lay
And then
on us.
we'll say we go clockwise.
Top 5 TV shows, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Number 5 on my list is True Detective season 1.
Oh man.
I have True Detective season 2 on mine.
Oh, you haven't seen True Detective season 1 though.
Yeah, I don't really have True Detective season
I was
2.
about to jump across this table and. Anyway.
All right.
You joker.
You want to say some short about it?
Sentence or two.
I don't know. I mean, we talked about Southern Gothic just
It's
a couple minutes ago,
fabulous.
and that's like
I guess
the
I'm saying fabulous.
fabulous. Are you Milo Yiannopoulos? now?
Ah,
Fabulous.
My dad always calls him Milo, and it makes me really
Milo?
upset. But no, I'm not.
That is like the pinnacle of like Southern Gothic portrayal in TV or film at all. I think.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's a good point.
I wish I had a point, but I haven't seen True Detective season 1.
If you don't soon, I will find you. And I will strap you to a fucking chair, Clockwork Orange style, and you will watch it because it's worth every.
It's incredible.
minute. It is.
And it's 7 episodes.
You talk like there's a lot of filler in a lot of shows. There is no filler.
Right,
in
it
this
is.
fucking show. Not
Main
one
line
bit.
all the way.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Number 5 for me was Breaking Bad. I thought, for me, it took me a while to watch Breaking Bad because the hype around
Another
it.
thing I had to basically strap you down for.
Yeah,
That was y'all's first bonding experience.
it was.
Yeah.
Well, no, Game of Thrones was.
Ugh.
Was
we
it?
started watching Game of
Don't
Thrones
disrespect
at
the
like
friendship.
at around the same time that we started watching Breaking
Really?
Bad. We were
I thought
watching
we
that-
watched Breaking Bad first.
Did we?
I don't know.
It might have been. It's so long ago.
I need to get it right for my lore. I like collecting lore of friends and
People
in
lore.
context.
buddy.
We'll say Breaking Bad.
Okay, Breaking Bad.
But yeah, Breaking
That
Bad.
sounds better.
It's canon.
Breaking Bad was really cool because it surprised me how much I liked it. There's some scenes in there that stick with me. Like there's something so real about the Heisenberg song.
Oh yeah.
Like it reminds me of going to a Mexican flea market and
Yes.
listening to something like that. The
Absolutely.
shitty video quality,
I
the
remember
painted
that,
guitars.
yeah.
So cool.
So that's like, it's more of the culture of the show.
It's the way that it presents the culture. that I like.
New Mexican
la raza,
culture is a very alien thing to
I
me.
love that. There's a line in
it's
that
a-
song that says New Mexico's living up to its name.
It's
Yeah.
a mishmash of cultures that's completely unique unto itself.
It's awesome.
and
and
that
it-
show is the face of it in a lot of
Yeah.
ways.
It's hard to get because, like
Have you
a
seen
lot
it?
of people, I quit watching after season 3, which is
Oh.
going to be the theme for I
Oh.
think some other choices.
Yeah.
But like a lot of people, it sounds really lame, but it's true. Y'all ever quit watching something and you're like, I'm just gonna Wikipedia this
Yeah.
from here on out.
I've done
Oh man,
Like I'm thinking like,
breaking my heart, Art.
well, it's like I think I might do that with Game of Thrones. Like,
Oh,
I don't
man.
blame you.
I'm not. I mean,
I don't blame
yeah,
you.
I'm there.
But
with
I've
you.
stuck through it so long, I have to
Well,
watch
how
it.
far?
I
How
can't.
far into it are you?
I'm done.
watched. I read books 1 through 3.
Oh wow.
Then I watched, and maybe that's where I
Wow.
fucked up.
Yeah.
I read I gave myself too
Yeah.
much work, and then after season 4, I quit watching.
Season 5 is not good.
How about
It's
you just
bad.
leave it there? Just leave it with a certain
Yeah.
fondness in your
Yeah.
mind. That's the best way to go forward
Where
with
the mountain
anything.
kills the viper.
Oh no!
Oh,
The best character in the show.
man.
That's where I said
You've already hit the peak.
Yeah.
I mean, season
Just
5 is
stop.
absolutely terrible. Season 6 is better, but still not great.
I really enjoyed the Battle of the Bastards.
I heard a lot.
It's a
I
good
thought-
episode.
I thought,
Really
I
good.
thought the way the way the horses crash into each other, like
The realism
oh,
of what
it's
that
it's,
would
it's
be.
gruesome.
I
It's
just-
like,
It's a
just
meat
wanna see
grinder.
that-
Is what
Yeah.
it was.
I want to see that production value on a TV show.
have you seen the Battle of the
There's
Bastards?
not many
No.
shows that can do that.
We should watch that after.
Show
we're done
him
with
that
this.
episode.
It's
a fine
good.
Or just
episode.
that scene.
Yeah, it's
Although he's not going to get the impact of
but
certain
he's not gonna watch it
character
anyway.
deaths.
To really quick, to me, those two characters, I don't think they have any impact to me.
yeah.
Jon Snow
just
and
And that episode's
Ramsay
still
Bolton.
good.
the narrative significance.
The characters I cared about in that show are either written out or dead, so
Yeah.
that show is just.
Oh,
Okay, let's move on.
Yeah,
Okay.
That is still a good discussion.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying this very much.
Yeah,
we're
we're-
limiting ourselves, but
Yeah.
that's good. You know?
All right, my number 5, and mine, except for number 1, isn't in any particular order. So my number 5 is Chappelle's Show.
Oh man,
You and
so
I-
short-lived.
You are great.
So short-lived.
It's
You're
like
great.
every episode is so good.
Especially
Yeah.
season 3.
Yeah.
Huh?
Well, like, well,
What's the joke?
This is 2 seasons.
Oh,
season 3 is like the lost.
Chappelle essentially left.
I know that. I just don't know a lot about the show.
Well, like
I know a little bit about
production-wise,
him.
they filmed some sketches, and they
never came
strung
out?
3 together,
Ooh.
and then Darnell Rollins and Charlie Murphy.
Love the man. See you on the other side.
Yeah, they just hosted it
Yeah.
for like a DVD release.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It's almost
That's crazy.
You know
It
what?
is.
It's as crazy as maybe like. Imagine if like Steve Carell had left The Office. You know what I mean? They
Oh.
continued it. Imagine if they did that.
What would be left?
That happened.
It happened.
I've never watched all
Yeah.
of the U.S. Office.
Was Will Ferrell the replacement?
They
Oh.
put him in for a couple of episodes.
Jesus, I didn't know that.
But it's like
Here's Jack Black, our
Oh
replacement.
God.
He's
that,
good.
that would have been great.
I'm here to play blackjack.
You ever play blackjack? I'm Jack Black. Sorry.
But yeah.
But no, so like the Chappelle Show, like it's my favorite comedian. Like doing his favorite stuff. Like he's a great comedic actor. It sucks because I feel like he never had like Chris Rock never had a classic movie.
Mhm.
But Chappelle is so
Yeah.
much more of a funnier actor
Yeah.
than Chris Rock is an actor. And it's just like if anybody could have captured the lightning in the bottle that was like Dave Chappelle in 2002, 2003.
It made it into a
like
funny movie.
everything
Oh,
he
man.
does is so
Yeah.
effortlessly funny,
Yeah.
and it's poignant sometimes when you have like the nigger show,
Mhm.
and he says like at the end like, "Oh, this racism is killing me."
Yeah.
Like it was like really woke,
Mhm.
and like and
It's woke, bro.
so you have
We're gonna
like
have- no.
so what?
We'll have to edit that part out.
Well, and so like you think about like how did he like end the show with like Tribe Called Quest.
Mhm.
He ended it with like Wu-Tang Clan, a young awesome Kanye West.
Yeah.
Before shit went overboard. It was awesome.
I want to
Timeless.
ask you just before we move on, what did you think of his recent stand-up special? If you saw it,
I've only seen the first one.
We actually all watched it.
yeah, we all saw the first one, but there were 2
Yeah.
parts.
well, just from that, I really want to hear like a genuine fan who understands Dave Chappelle
I
intrinsically.
liked it a lot. I think that it's like if I graded it, it would be a B.
Mhm.
And like I think he post his show, he gets a real kick out of fucking with people.
Yeah.
He tests his audience,
Which may or may not be a dated concept in the world of comedy,
Yeah.
which is dangerous.
Yeah, especially considering how prevalent like social media is and how quickly somebody can be like put down for saying one thing, like
And that's all that they
Or-
people.
Right, take it out of
take-
context.
or something
it
being a
take-
blog post.
it
just
takes
a title,
it
just a
takes
title.
one or two like hashtag like trends and that's it. Like somebody can just like that's all they will be remembered for.
Yeah, it's like to me, just real quick. Last thing with that special that I
No,
liked
as
is
much
like
as you want.
is that like classic Chappelle. My favorite joke was when he talked about the people at Detroit, and I wants to go around and buy everybody some bubble gum
Yeah.
so they can chew on something and still be hungry.
Yeah.
Reminds me of my favorite sketch from Chappelle's Show, The Player Haters Ball.
Oh,
He plays
yeah.
Silky
Fantastic.
Johnson, and he says, "I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. I hope everything bad in life happens to you and only you." And that's what I'll say, Chappelle's Show.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
How about you, Jay?
Well,
This, as we talked about, and look, I'm going to abolish the sentence restriction rule. I think we need to. I want this to be as detailed
I
as
didn't
possible.
mean like.
I'm not pointing fingers, but there's fingers.
Hey, oh.
I ain't pointing fingers, man. But
hey, don't. Quit
don't-
pointing
Hey,
fingers.
watch where you're pointing there.
as I've watched us discussing each one, it's gotten more and more in depth, and
Yeah,
it's
mine is
happening.
so fast.
And I can't complain that Chris isn't very good with words, but
Right up there.
okay, for me, a lot of the shows that impact me the most and have an effect on me are extraordinarily flawed and have gaping holes in them. And this was a show that I watched far after the fact of it being significant in any way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm.
When all the venom was sort of out of it. But Lost. I wanted to bring up Lost, which was a cultural phenomenon.
Yeah.
Whatever, for such a long time, and had the acting was terrible, the writing was scattered and torn, and just all over the map. But what that show did, post-Sopranos, for the hour-long drama, and the significance that it had for the medium.
And being a network.
And network, yeah.
That's especially incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
I mean, that gave rise to, like, FX bringing Breaking Bad on and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, they would never take a risk on an hour-long show like that.
I mean, everyone's heard about Lost. Even if you haven't watched an episode of it, you know why Lost was what it was.
Right.
But just as a matter of cultural significance and the impact that it made for the type of television that all four of us are very much so into, and the way we examine things, that's number 5 for me. And like, it's been extremely difficult to boil this down because television is one of the most personal things for me, because I don't make as much of an attachment to movies because it doesn't imprint on me the way that something that unfolds does.
Because you continue your life throughout a TV show's run.
Exactly, especially when you watch it week to week, that's something I wish I had done with Lost fresh. But going into Lost, I heard the ending's garbage. That's the only thing I ever heard.
Right. Well,
I'm gonna leave that up.
Well, what I was gonna say is, from what I understand about Lost, having not seen Lost, is that what fans tell me, and they still say they loved it. You know, my sister-in-law, my really good friend, they watched it and they love it. It's like maybe their favorite, and they've told, and the way they describe it to me reminds me of comic books and anime that I've started, which is like science fiction mystery that starts on such an awesome premise, and you're just so into it, and it's such a good premise and the mystery that you struggle when you get when you start working on revealing it and everything.
It fences itself into a corner that you can't get out of.
Yeah,
right.
I could see that.
It's like there was this comic that I love called Gantz, which is a sci-fi.
Gantz. I've read Gantz.
You have?
Yes, I've seen the anime.
Did you finish it?
I did not finish it, but I finished the anime, which is a poor reproduction of the manga.
Right, but it starts off with this like spectacular mystery of these people just wake up, they're in these like high-tech suits, and they're in this weird game to the death, and then like it just keeps, like after one round, a new, say like 4 people died in the group, 4 new people show up, the last thing they remember was dying, and they have to keep going through these trials, and it's just like so amazing, and they don't explain it, but then eventually they do, and it's aliens.
Oh my
God. That's one of the hardest.
Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
The anime didn't really go in that direction. Like a lot of anime adaptations, they didn't really know how to wrap it up, or it was alongside the development of the manga, and they had to finish it before that, so it didn't like make any sense between the two. But I actually like the ending of the anime, which is also a very Lost sort of ending where people are torn and read too much into it. So, interesting that you bring that up.
Yeah.
You know?
But I definitely Lost is something I want to check out when I retire. And I have the time.
There's a lot to it.
And I don't mean that as an insult.
There's a lot to it, and just entering this realm of TV shows, I'm thinking first about impact.
Yeah.
And this show, like I said, regardless of the lack of discipline on a lot of the production, the abhorrent acting at times, it is still so big to me and something that captured me.
Yeah.
And held me on like nothing I had seen before.
I'm really excited to watch it. That sounds pretty cool.
It's a
I
great
think
show.
I'll like it.
Yeah. Chris.
Number 4. Let me explain really quickly. There's not a lot of room between number 5 and number 1 for me.
Okay.
Like, not a lot of difference. Number 4 for me is The Wire, which out of high school when I first watched it, because no one else had really seen it that I knew, I would have said number 1 just to be an iconoclast or something like that. But I really like The Wire because the characters, while there's not a lot of action in it, at first at least,
slow burn.
It's a slow burn, and like Game of Thrones just kills characters off, like no problem.
Hey, things are getting boring.
The Wire
explode.
Yeah, The Wire treats
Game
its
of
characters with respect,
It does.
and when they die, when like one of the characters dies,
It
like
hurts.
it is horrible.
And,
Like it's a real
and
death.
also in The Wire, it makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like I know someone who died like that.
yeah, like that's
It's like it makes sense.
like it's like it is like a really hollow show in a lot of ways, but it also has like the
Really?
most gut wrenching deaths.
Yeah, like at the end of
Oh,
the
Or situations.
I've
No,
seen
no!
I've seen through. No,
I
I've
saw you
seen-
mouth that.
I've seen. Through,
Why were you looking at my mouth?
Look, no, just for reference, I've seen through the beginning of season 3. That's it, and I dropped off after that because I don't know.
I forgot the name already. Good.
Alright.
I already know more than I should about the
Incredible.
most significant characters of the series.
Right? Yeah.
You know, for better or worse.
It's a good choice though.
But like Chris, like, man, I love that show.
It's
I gotta finish
what I
it,
mean
man.
by it's hollow is like there's not a real like strong like main character. Like McNulty's not the main
I
character
hate
really.
McNulty.
Yeah, he's not really the main
I
character.
really don't like McNulty.
He's
I-
actually like he's
I
not the
find
main
him-
character
he's
at
just-
all. Like
ugh.
there's the last episode of season 4. He's not even in that episode,
Really?
which like is arguably the best season.
Okay,
Well-
I don't hate McNulty.
No, he's just
I'm very
there.
unimpressed.
Well, like McNulty's like a drunk Catholic fuck up like me. So.
The
He
drunk
is.
Catholic fuck up. If that was okay
That's
for
the
YouTube
title.
titles,
That's
that would
the
be
title.
it.
Yeah.
That would be it.
We'd get like flagged.
F star star
immediately.
God, no, I can't. I can't.
Chris will not permit this.
But Chris, who's your favorite character from The Wire?
Bodhi.
Bodhi.
Oh
we talked about this.
man,
Yeah.
I like Stringer Bell.
no wonder you were torn up about the night out.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh,
Ooh.
ooh.
Sorry.
God, I forgot about the matter. I should have added that.
Oh,
Although
I thought about it.
I will say,
Honorable mention, Night of.
Honorable
me too,
mention.
me
I'll
too.
I'll throw it in the hat.
What is that?
It was a mini series that was on HBO last
Adapted
summer.
from a BBC one.
with
Yeah.
Early on.
it was with John Turturro.
John Turturro
And
Fine.
the
Masterclass
what's
of
the name of the
Barton
kid?
Riz Ahmed.
Yeah,
He's good.
he's
good.
really
good.
he's really
He's
good.
Okay, who's Riz Ahmed?
Have you ever seen Nightcrawler?
No.
Have you seen Rogue One?
No.
Oh.
Well, you haven't seen anything he's in, I guess.
Yeah.
Watch Nightcrawler.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
I'm telling you, if you don't like Jake Gyllenhaal, you will.
It's like a feature length movie of the game that Charlie and Frank
Oh,
play.
fuck.
Charlie McDennis?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
No, no.
I had no idea that name would be brought into this.
No,
That sounds amazing.
No, they like Frank and Charlie play this game in their like couch bed called Nightcrawlers.
and you never know what it
they
is.
don't explain what it is.
But they just say, we gotta go play Nightcrawlers.
Yeah.
It's like what?
Oh
These
my
two
God.
grown men living
Yeah.
in, well, grown, not really. But
Quote unquote.
Yeah.
these two men living on a couch bed together playing Nightcrawlers. What is that? All
That
right,
sounds concerning.
All right.
move on.
Number 4.
I'm sorry, Daniel. We don't mean to steal your spotlight. Pull yourself together, both of us.
All right. Number 4 for me is a Canadian show called Trailer Park Boys.
Oh.
I think.
man.
Oh man, like that show does the whole mockumentary like thing perfect. I think because like there's
You know, what's funny is The Office did that for a while, and they never really, like, they didn't stop doing that, but it became less and less apparent.
yeah like
Yeah.
the thing about
Like,
it
they
was,
made jokes about that in the first, like, 3 seasons, which are the, I don't want to say only good ones, but the best ones.
They're like, I don't want you to be here. They just quit that altogether.
yeah. And so like what's really cool about that like Trailer Park Boys and I guess as an example of that, there's one scene where one of their guys gets shot and he like
the
the main character. Well, like in one of them the cameraman gets shot, but another character gets shot in another scene, and he yells at the camera. It's like, "What the fuck are you doing? Help me!" Like,
Yeah, they break that fourth wall.
it's awesome. Like and they develop the characters so well, but not to the point where the things you enjoyed from them from the beginning of the show are not there anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They play their characters well and they stick with it.
Well, it's like
And they've been doing this for 10 years, I think.
Yeah,
Like,
too long.
yeah.
yeah, and I agree. But
But yeah.
Oh,
but in the 10th season, Snoop Dogg's in it, so I'm fine
Oh.
with
Whoa.
that. Yeah.
Now I have to watch more of it.
I
well,
mean,
you don't like it because of a particular person.
if they ever
Who?
jump the shark,
Yeah.
Well,
No, someone
it's-
outside.
Oh.
No.
Oh, from somebody who enjoys the show.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Fan base.
I'm a
Fan bases.
I'm a sad fuck.
Okay.
How about you, Art?
All right, number 4 for me is Iron Chef Japan.
Oh!
I love this. Is great.
Holy
yeah.
shit, breaking down the barriers.
Is that your foreign film?
No, but
Wow.
It's good.
boy, do I love Iron Chef.
Yeah.
Hold on, before you go on, this is in front of the two you've mentioned so far. Like this, you deem it to be
One.
a better product.
One, it's one above.
Yeah, we're on 4.
Excuse me, but I'm just saying.
Iron Chef Japan better than Chappelle Show?
Yeah.
I'll make that statement.
Okay. Okay. All right.
This is why we needed our
Lay
on
this
the
on me.
podcast.
Lay this on me.
This is awesome.
Iron Chef Japan is the most dramatic, life-changing thing I've ever seen. It's one of
wow.
It's one of only 2 shows that I got
What an
to.
endorsement.
Holy fuck.
So let me say I have 13 brothers and sisters.
Oh.
Same mom, same dad. We couldn't enjoy
Wow.
a lot of stuff together, but we enjoyed 2 shows: Iron Chef Japan and Disney's Gargoyles.
Ooh.
And we had to quit watching
That's a show.
Disney
That's a show right
Gargoyles
there.
because one of my fucking sisters got a goddamn nightmare.
Oh,
Just
no.
because her dumbass is 4 years old, gets nightmares from watching Gargoyles. Now we can't watch
Some
it.
perilous moments in that show.
Yeah, but Iron Chef Japan, it's
Very
just
perilous.
it's a brilliant premise.
Yeah.
Get 2 master chefs and say, all right, here's and the production is awesome.
Yeah.
The American release is so charming because the way they choose to do the dub is they say exactly what the Japanese people say.
Oh,
it's a
my
lot of-
God.
and with the same speed too. So it's something, and he's like, yes, this is a masterful dish from something. The drum, their exposition of when they're just narrating shows. Have y'all ever seen
Yeah.
them narrate a game
Yeah.
show?
Yeah.
They're like the agony, the pain of defeat,
Yeah.
stuff that
It's like an anime about cooking.
Yes.
yeah.
That's awesome.
I mean,
like that.
because they know how to craft a narrative.
Yeah.
And it
man.
was awesome, and I learned a lot about cooking too, and it's just
Some life skills.
to me the greatest reality show ever. Iron Chef
My
Japan.
God.
That's it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check this out, man. I mean, you're really selling this.
Yeah.
Y'all haven't
Like,
seen
I've
No.
seen it.
I've
seen
never
it.
heard of. I mean, I've heard of.
I didn't
Chef,
even know- yeah.
But I didn't know they spun off into other countries.
Well, it started in Japan.
Wait, time out. Jay, are you being serious?
I have no idea. I don't
Are
know
you
anything
fucking
about. I don't know
kidding me?
anything
I
about
didn't know
reality
that
TV.
either. Chris.
I know nothing.
It's
All
my
from
reality
God.
TV.
Japan.
It's
I
from
didn't know
Japan.
Oh my
Iron
God.
Chef Japan is
okay.
the original. It ran
Please,
for
pardon my
10 years
Yeah,
in the
it's-
90s.
Oh wow.
The
Yeah.
90s.
The American
it's-
Oh, this
it's-
sounds like it might be pretty good.
And
Oh.
the production is so much better, and it's called Kitchen Arena, and they have this actor who's
Yeah.
I'm so happy we
oh
had
my
you
God,
here
time
today.
out.
Like,
All right,
it's-
y'all check it out. Iron
It's,
Chef.
it's,
so
it's,
happy we
it's such a
have you here
cultural
today.
thing. There's an episode on Futurama about it.
Wow.
Yeah, and they get the guy
When he cooks
Bindaru!
Yeah.
Oh my God! Really?
It's Bender.
chairman.
It's Bender against.
I remember that.
It's Bender against who the cook is
I remember that.
the guy that's just like Zam, and he's supposed to be kind of like Emerald.
Emerald Lagasse.
Yeah, he's supposed to be
a
a
robot or something.
Elzar, the guy with 4 hands who always cooks shitty food.
Oh my
But
God!
yes. How about you? Number 4.
I want to say more, but all right. There's just so much discussion there.
Man, there's okay, so 15 we have to talk about 60 individual things.
Oh fuck me, running. God.
That's what I'm
okay.
trying to keep track of.
Okay. Number 4, Boardwalk Empire.
All right.
Are you the last person on here on this cycle?
Yeah.
My number 3 is Boardwalk Empire.
I don't see you. Come
My
on.
number 3
Well,
is
no,
my
I don't
number
wanna-
3 is Boardwalk
You
Empire.
So
motherfuckers.
this is
Oh, see, we can skip over then. We can
Yeah.
go straight to art.
We found a loophole.
yeah, but this is also a point where y'all
We
can say
all
a few more
have to
things
talk about it.
Boardwalk
Okay,
Empire.
fine.
We've excluded
All right,
two
let's go.
people.
Yeah, and I have
That's incredible. There's new rules.
no, but I'm
You're cheating
the
the
only
system.
one excluded. Daniel's seen it too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I love it.
we can skip to art if we want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, but after,
Wow.
after we say a word about Boardwalk Empire.
And it's
Okay.
funny because it's in the right order. You were gonna do Boardwalk Empire. I wasn't.
This
It
is-
is.
this
We're both
is-
number 3.
This shouldn't exist.
The Lord, he has a plan.
Boardwalk Empire. Post golden age of television, would you say?
Yeah.
It's hard to raise the bar at that point, I feel. Because I mean, you've had the Breaking Bads, you've had the Sopranos, all those marks in the road.
Yeah.
But Boardwalk Empire did something that a lot of these shows weren't able to capture, in that they're not a period piece.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Being a period piece it's very difficult for a lot of shows to genuinely capture the essence of that time.
Yeah.
I mean, you can sell it, but the grit, the grain, the sweat and the blood of that time, I felt it in this show in a way that I had never seen in any other television series. And to see, Nucky Thompson hit as the top, of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Steve Buscemi?
Yeah.
Yes. And you see it so much from his perspective, but you see in the most intrinsic ways the ugly, the underworking side of it, the politics, the lowest echelons of all his empire, as the show tells us. It was stymieing the way this show was executed. And his soldiers, it was very much so like a Sopranos sort of thing in a lot of ways, which, makes sense, but I feel like this show had more of a poetry to it than The Sopranos.
It did. Yeah, definitely.
And that's not to sell The Sopranos short, because believe me, I'll talk about it.
I mean, Boardwalk Empire benefits from being made years after this.
Yes.
Oh, and their
That's
budget
a great
is
point to
huge.
raise.
Their budget's
That's a
huge.
very good point to
And
raise.
it's like,
That's probably why they only went 5 seasons, and it was really more like 4.5 seasons. Their budget was just too big.
Yeah,
Like they built an actual boardwalk in the middle of like some beach in New
Jesus
Jersey.
Christ, that HBO.
yeah. One of the characters has half of his face CGI'd,
Oh, man.
Oh boy.
But, I mean...
And he's like a prominent
and he's
character.
around.
And it looks good.
Yeah.
He's my favorite character,
Yeah.
too.
To what Jay was saying, so I'll ask you guys. So he was talking about the seedy underbelly, and everything with crime. Was it uglier than The Sopranos?
I think it was.
I think so.
I think it was
I think it
because
was.
because
It's grimier.
Yeah,
Has
because-
more repercussions.
Yeah.
As someone who likes history, every decade you go back and you just read about Vince, it's so we're waking up from a nightmare.
yeah.
Like all the shit that The Sopranos had to go and all that. Just think about how much worse it was.
Yeah,
Oh,
so to add to with that, there's something about the fact that it was in the year that it was, that we have the comparison between the Ritz of I live
Roaring 20s.
the
The
Roaring
Ritz-Carlton.
20 the Roaring 20s. We're talking about Atlantic City, this beautiful lit up place, but then you get into like the soldiers and stuff. And then you get into Nucky's little sister dies in the show from sickness.
No, daughter.
Daughter.
Yeah, man.
Nucky's sister.
What?
Bro, his daughter.
Wait, in the show?
Yeah. Nucky's
His
sister
sister?
dies.
I thought it was his daughter.
He has a sister?
I thought it was his
She
daughter.
died.
What sister?
My God, we've reached
you
a
remember
rift. This
You
is
remember that scene
unbelievable.
where
That's war.
Nucky's dad is standing over his little sister's Nucky's dad is standing over a little girl who died, and then he's just like, "Go, goddammit!" Because his dad was a hard ass.
This isn't germane to the conversation.
It is.
Well, I just know he had a daughter
It's
that died
not-
too.
Yeah, but
Okay.
Okay.
I just don't remember that.
No-
I don't remember.
Nucky's,
I don't know.
Nucky's little
It's
sister
been
dies
years.
in the show from
I don't
sickness.
remember that.
I'm taking Daniel's opinion or his view.
I believe
Go
you.
with Daniel.
I just don't remember.
Go with Daniel.
So
Take it away.
and what I'll say as overall the show, I think this show is the Steve Buscemi of shows.
Whoa.
Because
Whoa. What do you mean?
because
I'm interested.
you don't think much about it, but when you see it in action, it's good.
I like that.
I like it.
It's like
good.
Arby's.
That's a good analogy. That Swiss.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
That Swiss dip.
I
makes me wanna
don't
come.
think most people
Oh.
would.
God.
Jesus.
Damn.
Just think about that au jus.
I don't think
It's great.
The French dip?
Yes.
I was gonna say I really like the French dip.
The French dip is masterful for a fast
But when
food
you were
roll.
saying Swiss dip, I was thinking of like
Swiss.
just like their processed like Swiss cheese melted, and then
I'm
they
sorry!
put some mustard
The
in it,
French dip!
and they stir it.
Look, I fucked up.
Swiss dip could be the title.
Swiss
Swiss dip is the title. Are we in agreement?
Yes.
Sure, but like,
I fucked up bad.
but
Daniel?
like what I'll say is,
You scuff
if you
the
ask
shoe.
Whoa.
if you ask anybody to list the 5 best actors of all time or really good actors,
Yeah, I don't think anyone-
no one will ever say Steve Buscemi. But I
will.
can't think of a movie.
Steve Buscemi's mother would.
I can't.
Look at that. Imagine how she looks.
I can't think of very many. I can't think of very many movies that he has been in that he's been bad. You know what I mean? I think
He's
as
the
an
ultimate
actor,
underdog. I
Yeah.
feel like.
I mean,
as an actor.
besides Spy Kids 2, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
He
Absolutely,
was even
man.
good in Ridiculous 6.
I haven't seen
I
that,
have not
man.
seen that.
It's so bad. But all right,
Let me throw in
Yeah,
my,
let's
let me
keep
throw
this-
in my little thing really quick. I love the story of like a soldier returning from war, and Jimmy, like,
Oh yes.
he's so distraught after like witnessing World War
And
One,
Richard.
and he's such a horrible and Richard too.
They were both dead.
Yeah,
Think about it.
yeah,
they're
like
already
he
dead.
says, like I've seen so much. I've been dead a long time.
Should have died.
Yeah, I don't know. I like that.
Also,
That's why I like the Master.
Richard's my favorite character.
That scene where Richard
Oh, the
shoots
master.
that scene where Richard shoots Chalky's daughter accidentally.
Ooh.
Oof.
That is
let's-
such a real.
Ooh.
all right.
It's painful.
Oh.
What?
Well, all right.
Go
By
Number 3.
yes.
What's your
You've
number
already
3?
skipped down to
Me, I'm on number 3. My number 3 is Squidbillies.
Nice.
Whoa.
Hell yeah.
You are a dangerous person.
I
I like the booty hunter hat.
yeah.
You're so
I
dangerous, man.
I love Squidbillies. It is my favorite. The guy the outlaw country comedy guy, Unknown Henson, who plays the voice of Early Kyler. I have all his albums downloaded. Like,
Wow.
I am such a huge fan of this show. It's so funny.
Don't show me this.
It's so funny and absurd, and people hate it.
Yeah.
It's so ugly drawn, and like I'll watch it with my friends from who were my friends in like film school at U of H, and they were like, I fucking hate these people, like because I guess they have Southern accents and it's really
Yeah.
ugly drawn, but it's like it's poking at it, but like at the same time, like I love it, like. They have like David Allen Coe.
It's an appreciation while lampooning it.
Oh,
Yeah.
can I throw in really quick honorable mention King of the
Bro.
Hill for me?
Yeah.
Oh, King of
Honorable
the
mention,
Hill,
King of the
yeah.
Hill.
Okay, we don't have to
We're
talk
all
about
in
it.
agreement.
Yeah.
We are
Yes.
all in agreement.
100%.
Fabulous.
Yeah, that would be in my top 10, but not my
Fabulous
top
number
5.
5.
Yeah.
But yeah, love Squidbillies.
You know, it's so funny. I feel like I've always wanted to say that's a guilty pleasure because I've always been in the company of people who, like even you, I would feel like
Chris.
want to just poke the ugliest, biggest finger at that show. Like, you like that. You fucking like that. But that show, very similar to home movies, a very different show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is very hideous, and it seems like a cheap piece of garbage Adult Swim show.
Yeah.
I
But
love piece of garbage adults.
it's still
Tom Goes to Mayor.
Yeah.
Oh,
Everything.
stop!
I love-
You are awful. Stop!
I
It's
love
so
all-
good. But,
I love all that stuff.
Yeah.
but that is an incredible show, actually, and it's like many Adult Swim properties. The surrealist nature of some things.
Yeah.
And actually, Dan Halen is one of my favorite characters of all time.
Oh my God, Dan Halen. But
Dan Halen's brilliant.
But because maybe only me and you have something to say about this, this is a good chance for me to help cut the time and say, let's go to you, Jay.
Number 2.
Fuck! One of the hardest ones to stick in there. This is my number 3.
Oh, hey.
Oh, all right. Batman the Animated Series.
I never watched it.
You're just because you're a little too young. I mean,
I think I missed out on
I'm
it.
too
Yeah.
young for it, too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I missed it.
But I have a sister who was born in 1985 who was a real tomboy. And she happened to introduce me to the show, along with instilling a love of classic heavy metal in me. And Batman the Animated Series to me is there's so many.
it's the most artistically complete American animated show ever. Like, it is so like no other show knows about itself like the way that Batman.
I'm
the
glad
Animated
you're more
Series
articulate
does.
than me because you just said everything. Almost everything I wanted to say about this is I sit here.
It's just good. I like Batman.
I like the DC.
That show wasn't afraid to present children with very adult concepts at a very early time for animation.
Especially American animation.
Yeah.
Like that.
What year did that come out?
92 or 91.
89.
Whew, that's older than you, Chris.
89.
I thought Batman, the Tim Burton was 89, and the animated series, I think that's 92.
I think.
I can check what you
Those
guys are talking about.
copyrights from the credits are like embedded in my brain.
Oh, you're talking about. I had in my mind Batman Forever.
Oh, you need.
But that's a movie, dude.
You need to be.
No, not Forever. Which one's the one where he's like completely black and he's got the red?
Batman Beyond.
Batman
Batman
Beyond.
Beyond,
That's
which
what
is
I'm talking
also
about.
a series that deserves to exist. And I don't say that about much.
Well, here's the thing. So.
92.
Okay.
I'm okay.
But still, that's
Show
crazy.
is my
Yeah,
beloved.
but like, so the director is Bruce Timm. He had this classic
An auteur.
pinup style, and then also you have the Art Deco architecture and lighting of the show. It had a cohesive theme, and no other animated show with the release that Batman had tried to get even close until Samurai Jack.
Art, you're
And, like,
pissing me off.
2002,
You're speaking
buddy.
like you're like the non.
He's speaking it
mentally-
for you.
You're like the non-mentally challenged version of me. Like it's pissing me off. It's like, God damn it! This is my pick, and you're explaining through, like in my mind, everything I wanted to say. Asshole. This show, like, there's so many words that Art just seemed to say that I couldn't get out. It's just.
I can't get it out.
It instilled early in me a love of Gothic architecture. And, I mean, you know, the funny thing about this is that it's actually inspired by the 1989 Tim Burton Batman.
Right,
That
they both-
I am very repulsed by, actually.
For a lot of people,
Contrary
it's crazy.
opinion,
It's
or controversial.
It is because a lot of people love them, but they both share the Art Deco architecture. The 1930s, the you know what they failed to like capture with the new Great Gatsby,
Oh, man.
You know, with all
Good
the-
point. Good point.
the art for all that.
But yeah, that show just there's so many adult themes, and I've always when I was young, I hated children or adults not taking children seriously. Children who felt like they could handle adult things.
Kids are smart.
And so when a show like that
They
came
just don't know
along,
how to.
that wasn't, you know, it wasn't going to sugarcoat a lot of things.
Yeah.
From domestic abuse to,
Yeah.
I mean, hell, I could get encouraged the Cowardly Dog.
I
at that
almost.
point.
I was serious. That was on the tip of my tongue.
But this show had a certain radiance to it, from not only its animation to its voice acting to its
Yeah.
storylines to its spin-offs. Batman Mask of the Phantasm is a brilliant film.
I think like that existence of Batman's better than even the Nolan verse, because it both takes itself seriously and then it doesn't. It knows what it is even better than the Nolan movies.
It is the ultimate incarnation of Batman, in my
Wow.
opinion. Is essentially what I would want to say.
I would agree. Even better than the normal comics right now, which
Yes.
try to be like comically dark.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
The
stupid.
Killing Joke, bro.
Ugh,
Well,
that fucking movie. God.
But I mean, how long? When did the Killing
Bring
Joke
it
come out?
down.
Alright.
Killing Joke came out in like the late 80s,
Yeah.
I want to say.
I want to say 89, but I'm not good with that year anymore. Me and
Yeah.
89 are beefing.
But like anytime you hear somebody talk about it, it's like, oh, you want something real gritty? Read The Killing Joke.
Oh, fuck. Long Halloween's better.
Yeah, Long Halloween. That's my
From, just
favorite
from a
graphic
start
novel. Yeah.
point, you know, that's a great graphic novel.
All right. So, Chris, are we on number
yes.
2 now?
Yeah, we're
two.
on number 2. Breaking Bad for me. We don't really need to talk about it again.
Yeah.
But it was the first TV show I really got into. And so it will always remain up there as like, and that was a good TV show to get into for
That's
my first
sock,
time.
Chris.
Yeah, I'll keep going.
Alright,
You know what? None of my shows I was able to finish.
Ooh.
Like, I all got into them. Well, I guess Squidbillies is the only one, but that's not really.
You can pick that show up here and there.
Yeah.
For me,
Yeah.
True Detective season 1. We don't have to
Nice.
talk about it much
Yeah.
more. But I have never
Honorable mention.
I have never fallen in love with a show as quickly as I did with True Detective. I
I heard they drink lots of Lone Star.
Yeah.
Rust or Marty?
Rust.
Ooh.
I like how
I like Marty.
Okay, who's Rust? Who's Marty?
Rust is.
Russ is Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
Marty
Marty's
is
Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson.
Who's Marty?
What? What else?
I'm a Marty man.
What I'll say about it is, I fell in love with the intro of the show.
Yeah.
like
That's a wonderful song.
Right when that intro comes on, I was like,
Yeah.
oh,
I was just
this
like-
is good.
this
Actually,
is cool.
HBO's intros have always been like,
Yeah.
bar none.
Yeah.
100%.
Like they really get it.
Yeah.
They get artistry and what
Yeah.
it represents.
Like even
Oh,
even
what I want to
metaphorical
say really
level.
quick about True Detective is like, I don't know, I think you might disagree with me on this because I brought it up before and you seem to have a scowl on your face. The setting is as much of a character as anything else in that show
Yeah.
is.
no, it is.
Okay, good. I don't know why I thought
It is.
that.
Well, you probably saw a scout just because it's like it's an overused statement, even if it's true.
Still enjoy it.
It's like he's an actor's actor. It's an overused statement, but
Like,
it's true.
that show-
but it's true.
That show, like,
There's
it almost
Man amongst men.
it made like Southern Louisiana like this like fabled land no one treads across.
There's a
like,
mythos.
It's
No,
amazing.
it's-
But
a
it
mythos
truly
to
is,
it.
though.
Yeah.
You're going down I-10 to New
and I
Orleans.
drive through it all the time.
Fucking
We've been there.
don't make any
do
of those
not
exits.
go 10
Yeah,
minutes
don't
right or
exit.
left.
There are dark
Yes.
things.
Yeah.
and
There
elements.
Play little Dax rigs on your
And
way.
it's so cool. It's so cool to see a show like that. It's so cool to see a detective show not in New York or LA.
Thank you, Jesus
Thank
Christ in heaven.
You.
That's why season 2 is in fucking LA.
Yep.
And
Bye.
All right,
Wow,
number
what a
two.
great show. What a great show. Danny. Art.
Number 2, real guilty pleasure.
Whoa.
That's a good show.
Scrubs.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Just,
Nothing to say.
Turning around.
just Scrubs.
How you doing?
She agrees.
out.
She agrees
I'm out.
With who?
with Art.
Oh.
Ooh.
Fucking out. Zach
It
Braff.
just...
I would murder Zach Braff if I had the opportunity without prosecution.
Without prosecution, yeah. A lot of people
But,
do a lot of stuff without prosecution.
Yeah, I started watching it in high school. I
come with that?
guess like when I caught up, it was like season 8 or 7. Like,
Whichever interchangeable.
and yeah. And
I'm sorry.
no, like it makes me really happy. I think Scrubs is to me for like what a lot of people is Cheers or Friends.
Yeah.
Like
I can see that.
Dr. Cox is a great character.
Yeah, I put it on almost like before a podcast. You know, you listen to podcasts like you're hanging out with some friends. Like I was hanging out with like Turk and JD and Dr. Cox. You know, so like it has a real sentimental place in my heart.
Yeah.
I really enjoy it.
You have no qualms
Scrubs.
about Zach Braff as an actor for comedic purposes.
As an actor, my beef with Scrubs and Zach Braff is that season 1 and 2 are better because JD as the character does not exhibit any growth. In fact, he
Okay.
goes in reverse. So he goes in and he has these things, and it's what you call like a negative feedback loop or a positive feedback loop that has a negative consequence. So when JD would say like these little things and be insecure in his little tidbits on the side, like fans love that. Writers add it more and more and more. It resulted in that the JD of season 7 is such like a ridiculous like child man when he should be now a full-fledged mature doctor.
Yeah.
He's infinitely more mature than JD from episode 2 of season 1.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the point is comedy.
Yeah.
It's
Comedy.
feel good.
I wanted to talk
so I
about
still like
comedy.
it.
That's why like I find The Office after season 3 just not enjoyable and more frustrating.
Yeah.
It's just like these characters are just so stupid.
Yeah.
And it's just because it's funny.
Well, and they're stagnant. Like the evolution of their roles doesn't change.
They are so
Dwight is the
infinitely
yeah.
stupid. It pisses me off. Like Dwight like shoots a fucking gun in the building and they're like, okay, that's funny. It's like, okay, he would be terminated.
Yeah.
Michael beats the shit out of Dwight in a team building
It's just-
exercise.
Ugh,
See, and like,
comedy.
yeah. All right.
That's why it's
Wait,
better.
did you want to say something about that though?
I can't comment on Scrubs. That's all I'll say.
All right.
Number two.
Number 1.
Breaking Bad. Chris, you're number 1.
Sopranos.
Sopranos.
Not Sopranos.
Okay, let's talk really quick.
Art-
Art, you're the last word.
We
No,
gotta,
no,
we,
but
no,
we
we
haven't
gotta
talked
talk really quick.
Sopranos.
Alright, me.
I want to say
The
this.
Sopranos is my one.
Breaking Bad was number one for the longest time. What?
It's number 2.
Huh?
It's my number 2.
We're all on the end.
Aren't we on number
And
one?
then
No, I'm just saying, it was my number 2. So
But we're on number one now, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and-
Breaking Bad was my
and
number
then
one.
Your number one was Breaking Bad.
no, it's
Sopranos.
Sopranos.
Okay, so
We're on the same
We're
page.
all on the same
so Art
page.
gets the
for
last
me.
word. Okay, Sopranos. Breaking Bad was number one for me for so long until probably about when did we start watching it again? Like September,
Yeah.
October, up until October of 2016 when we started watching it again. I had already seen it.
Yeah.
This was your first time,
I had picked it up for a season and then I stopped watching it.
and
but
I really liked that show. The first time I watched it, but like watching it again was just a different beast.
It's
It was
hilarious.
It all of a sudden became the funniest show I'd ever seen, and it also has very harrowing, like profound moments.
Yeah.
Personally, I would recommend watching the show by yourself and enjoying it, and then second time through, find someone that has your sense of humor and
best
watch
friend.
it.
Your
Watch
best
it.
friend.
Oh,
Find your best
God,
friend.
Yeah.
yes.
Like watch
It is the most enjoyable thing. Like there are people, like there's some episodes people consider the weakest, but they are so much fun.
Yeah.
Like they're still so enjoyable. All the characters, like
They're-
you just learn. You just start picking up on their their little quirks. Like Paulie pointing with his fingers.
Yeah.
Tony going, Carmela, shut the door. Like
Still going.
It's incredible. Like such a complete universe.
It-
and it's funny. It's like
Yeah.
I just
I-
please. Oh no.
I have never seen a show that handled the seriousness of something like the mafia, and the
And they
humor
make
of,
it like mundane too in
like
a way.
like
Because it is.
It's-
It's
yeah,
their
it's-
daily
yeah,
life.
it's
and
not
you can
about
only
that.
express
Like-
that with the TV show, where you get to spend more than 20 minutes with somebody.
Yeah.
And that show revels in comedy that's not created by something absurd usually, and you
Yeah.
just like the mundane, like Tony yelling at his wife to shut the door because she's drying her hair too loudly. It's
Yeah.
like the funniest.
He's just so
thing.
distressed by that.
yeah, like the way that it feels real because
These characters, the characters are so good.
Like what a lot of
They're
serious,
dimensional.
what a lot of serious shows don't handle well is that they're serious all the time. Real life
This
is
is the point I wanted to bring
real
up.
life is not always serious, and real life is not always funny. One thing that The Sopranos does well is funny shit happens in life.
This is why it's better than Breaking Bad.
Yes, absolutely.
Breaking Bad is almost all serious.
Yeah.
But The Sopranos
Like,
captures dimensions of
oppressively-
real human beings.
I think Breaking Bad is like oppressively serious at times.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like you just gotta slow down. And
It's
like,
a
whoa.
drama through and through, but The Sopranos is more than that.
It is so.
And
It's a slice of this
like-
people's lives.
It's more than a show.
And you have to take into consideration the time period versus Breaking Bad.
Yes, 1999 through 06.
Exactly. That is why it surpasses Breaking Bad in every category. And I feel like so many lists and bests of everyone always boils it down to The Sopranos or Breaking Bad. Like
I understand
that's
why.
always
Yeah.
how what it comes to. But The Sopranos is the real fucking people. In Breaking Bad, they're not. They're mostly real people, but they're just sad, tragic, flawed people. There's no happiness, no joy, no
the
triumph.
The thing with Breaking Bad, which I think, and towards the end, and everything I've read about the end, which confirms why I kind of bailed out and why I didn't bail out with The Sopranos, is that there's a kind of hero worship
Yeah.
with Heisenberg. And the way that they let him have that end, and he was just so infallible and almost always on top of shit.
Plot armor.
Yeah, yes.
You have a point, but I don't like me being immature. I don't want to agree with it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you have the real point, but I'm just like, fuck, he's right. God damn it.
Whereas like Tony is so sometimes pathetic.
Yeah, he.
Oh,
Where
almost
Hei-
like more often than
Where,
not.
where
he's-
Heisenberg, you're just like, what a badass.
What is he gonna do next?
What about when he's on the
Right.
floor vomiting from chemo?
Yeah,
I
like
mean,
Nah.
don't forget stuff like that.
He's dealing with the ugliness of cancer, and then he's gonna do
Ugh.
something badass the next scene. So.
yeah, the
so
next.
the cancer is obligatory.
I think yeah, it's a real thing. Like it's their version of injecting something real, cause like what main character of a show has cancer? You
So
know what I mean?
otherwise,
You have
we
to
just
also-
have like a badass that just is like an action hero
Yeah.
tearing his way through.
I
the
mean,
plot.
like, you have to consider the absurdity of a chemistry teacher becoming a kingpin drug lord.
Well, and it's also like
Jump the shark.
also the point is right that like a lot of people watching it, middle class Americans, educated, going, believe me in their heart of hearts that I'm really that badass. That put in my circumstances, I would be a badass like that.
Yeah.
Like Heisenberg. Like
Yeah.
that's what I think.
Yeah.
You know, a comment in the show Breaking Bad is that Walter White has The Devil's Own Luck by Jesse. And I feel like that's a comment from the creators of the show. Of course he does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
This
the
isn't,
main
a real,
character.
this isn't a realistic show.
Right.
Yeah.
Whereas Tony Soprano has quite a few pitfalls and bad moments that this character of Walter White never has.
And,
Yeah.
and the thing about it is like some of the debilitating characteristics of the side characters in The Sopranos, and like it's their demise at like for a lot of them. You know what I mean? Christopher with his drug problem. You've got Big Pussy who gets he gets flipped.
Gets
Like
pinched.
yeah, like
That sucks.
yeah.
Oh, when characters in that show get followed by the FBI, it's like hard to watch.
Because like the thing is
You know they're gonna
you know
die.
they're dead already.
They're on death row.
Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely my number one.
But the show's hilarious.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's number
great.
one.
It's
And
incredible.
and here's the thing, like I haven't rewatched it like you guys.
You need to.
But I have watched YouTube clips,
Mhm.
and I was like,
We just watched the civilians
Has
clip.
she seen it?
my wife.
Yes.
No.
Watch it.
Watch it with her.
Okay. Yeah.
You motherfucker.
You.
Wow.
It
Watch
will
it
be.
with her.
Oh.
Your relationship
I'm telling you,
will
Art.
reach new levels, Art. I'm just telling you, Tony Soprano, it's all you need.
We're all pointing at.
We're all doing
fingers.
the poly.
Hey,
fingers.
actually, here's the thing. If you ever enter into a conflict with her that may shake the boundaries of the relationship, you sit down one night, Sopranos, it's all going to be better. I'm
Then you
just
sit
saying.
down and you go, listen
No,
here.
hold on, wait. You. Number one.
Listen here, my
Oh, number one, Twin Peaks.
Oh!
Haven't seen it.
Fuck!
Have you seen it, Jay?
Yes!
But didn't make your top 5. Love Twin Peaks. It's
I consider David Lynch to be one of the greatest directors.
and
But I couldn't put Twin Peaks in my top 5.
and that's okay. I mean,
Honorable mention.
it's like
It really is.
it's like Martin Scorsese was like the biggest first really talented director I got into.
Mm-hmm.
One of his movies isn't in my top 5.
Yeah.
But
He's a fine
but that
director.
takes nothing away from all the masterpieces he's
Yeah.
made. But no, Twin Peaks for me, it's 100%. Like, it's my favorite time frame. It's my favorite fashion. It's like, it's everything to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's weird. It's funny. It's dramatic. It's
I
horrifying.
don't think it's that
It's
funny.
it's like, well, like what I would say is funny is that there's moments that you go between like extreme like peculiarness, horror, and then you have a moment that's like a soap opera, and it's like even the first 5 minutes of the show, like when they can't stop crying. This is not really a spoiler because it's the first 5
No.
minutes, because they keep looking at the body. Like the guy, he's like, get it together. Like the cop just starts crying and he can't. And then everyone just keeps hearing about it in the first episode and just starts weeping, and they play the same music. But like the ambient soundtrack,
Oh,
the
man.
the everything, it's this weird plot that runs on dream logic. It is so unique and so how the fuck?
Look, I need to ask you something.
Yes. Sir.
As someone who's never met another person that's seen this series, what do you think of the new?
Of the new thing, I'm reserving judgment until I
I'm
see
so
it.
scared.
I am too,
I'm
but
so fucking scared.
but the thing is like I'm a fan of things that took a pause. Like I'm a Star Wars guy,
Okay.
and so like
Okay.
I always approach the new thing with optimism. Final Fantasy 15's coming out.
I'm negative.
I'm negative.
Like I'm reserving my judgment until
Until
I
you
play
play
it.
it.
Until I play it, and I
man.
can, and I'm really good at that.
for all my character faults. At least I am legit good at reserving my judgment for stuff I like, despite the swirl storm. All right.
Oh,
Twin
that's
Peaks.
good.
I just there's so much to talk about.
There is.
There's just
We could spend a day talking about these lists. Like,
Yeah.
Okay,
I wanted to bring up really quick.
please.
It's 11:45, and we have 2 more things to go. Do you want to reserve games and movies for another night?
I think that's a good idea.
yes.
Okay.
Part
Now,
1 of 3.
Can you come back, fine sir?
Creamcast.
Yeah.
Creamcast. Sorry, I'm a nicotine addict, and I've just been like struggling here with this fucking. Like, I'm a very anxious person, but like this shit, even doing this, like who's listening to it? It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Creamcast.
like
Creamcast.
having an issue here. Oh, I'm so happy we were able to
That
draw
was
a
fun.
line.
That was a lot of
Because
fun.
Christ,
Yeah.
I've been writhing in my seat.
Hell yeah, I'm
There's
ready.
so much pressure.
So
Don't touch me.
that's the end. That's the end.